are you guys doing underneath there?
Did you not hear the sirens go off?
What sirens?
There's an emergency. We're supposed to hide.
From what?
Well, that's what we're going to find out.
Is there enough room for me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Buckle up. It's time for Kewanee Memory Lane, where we cruise down the 4 lanes of Kewanee history with a detour of fun uncovering the past, coming to you straight from the Kewanee Historical Society in the heart of downtown Kewanee. Here are your hosts, Marianne and LeeAnn.
Hi, I'm LeeAnn.
And I'm Marianne.
And welcome to Kewanee Memory Lane. And today, we will be talking about the Ground Observer Corps.
Ooh, I've never heard of this.
Okay, well, we'll go over it. But first, do we have some show and tells?
Yeah, I brought with me this bottle from Spencer and Company in Kewanee. I was intrigued by it. I'm like, what is this?
That is a wacky bottle.
So this man, Spencer and Company Drug, he had a store in the 200 block of North Main Street. I'm going to find out more about him because I was reading some headlines and I'm a little intrigued, to say the least. And this was like late 1800s.
Okay.
But when they were raising a building in the 200 block of North Main, a couple bottles were found. So right now I don't know a lot, but stay tuned. I may have more to report later.
It's probably where...
It's so heavy.
I know, right? And the bottom is not
Even.
flat.
Yeah. And there's a big S on the bottom, probably for Spencer. But yeah.
And then some, I don't know how the stopper worked, but okay.
I don't know. It's in our medical room here at the museum, and you know, I haven't always looked very closely at some of those things, and I just thought,
me neither.
There's a story here.
Yeah.
And I'll find out.
Well, mine, my show and tell sort of meshes 2 worlds.
Oh.
Because it's an envelope, and it's to Mr. R.A. Little, who is Ralph Augustus Little, who is Lou Little's dad.
Okay.
I work with Kewanee Preservation Society, and we take care of the little cabin out there. So I saw that first. But then I saw that it has a drawing of a boiler, and it's from the Kewanee Boiler Company. If not called for in 5 days, please return to Kewanee Boiler Company, Kewanee, Illinois, but no address. And then the picture says the Haxton Boiler.
Oh.
And the postmark date is 97. That would be 1897.
It amuses me that they just put a name in a town, no location. So I don't know if they had a P.O. box or if they actually delivered it to their physical address, but they knew where people lived. It was just
And at this point, in 97, the Kewanee Boiler Company would have still been on Main Street, you know, and still associated with Western Tube.
Yeah, I was going to say Western Tube.
And that's why it says the Haxton Boiler.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
And I took it out. There's nothing in it. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have
a
bill, you know.
Oh, a bill.
Bill to R.A. Little for boiler work or something like that.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Well, so it's amazing there are many times things we've not seen yet, even though we're here quite a bit. So
it was actually in the plexiglass case over here in the boiler area.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have noticed that we are not in our usual area. We just thought we'd change it up today.
Well, John thought it was a good idea. We agreed to mix it up a little bit, and so thank you, John. We kind of
we're here in the industrial section. Yep. And then this is the C.W. White desk, and this is Boss Manufacturing, and we have lots of stuff for industries that were and are still in Kewanee. But today I wanted to talk about the Ground Observer Corps, and it was new to me, and I just thought it was a cool topic, and it all stemmed from this picture, and it says Cake and Cream 1954, but we're not talking about the cake and cream. We're talking about this little hut.
So you saw that picture and wondered what that was.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wondered what that little hut was up there, and it was on top of
what is now part of the flower shop.
Right.
I think it was the crystal shop before that.
this one says Novak Travel Agency.
Oh, really?
And I know that it was also Foster's Wallpaper
Okay.
was there too.
Okay.
Because Mr. Foster plays a part in what we're going to be talking about there.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
And it's a really clear picture. I think Mike
amazing.
DeWalt did some cleanup on it, and it's really good.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the Ground Observer Corps. I'll put that back in the right
Sorry.
place. No, you're fine. The Ground Observer Corps. There was two segments of the Ground Observer Corps.
Sometimes my brain
yeah,
and my mouth don't quite
Yeah, and
match
so I
up,
had to
so,
choose
yeah.
another word.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first Ground Observer Corps was during World War II. Okay. And 1.5 million civilian observers at 14,000 coastal observatories were gathered, all down the coasts, the East Coast and the West Coast.
Okay.
This isn't just one area.
Okay.
And depending on the coast, to detect German or Japanese aircraft.
Wow.
And the Ground Observer Corps is just some people, just watching the skies, looking for airplanes or, I don't know.
That makes me think of Tattoo on Fantasy Island. The plane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I thought that too. So the second Ground Observer Corps is what we're going to talk about. Was organized in 1951 and was prompted by the 1950 creation of the Royal Canadian Air Force. President Eisenhower asked civilians to help search the skies for enemy aircraft. The Cold War was on, and the U.S. must be, quote, eternally vigilant to watch the skies.
Okay.
Not while the Kremlin still has about 1,000 long-range bombers which can strike any part of the United States. I don't know if that was propaganda.
I don't know.
Because
that's a large number.
In 1951.
Yeah.
So, and the Ground Observer Corps was operated as an arm of the U.S. Air Force Civil Defense Service.
Okay.
So, and so different towns all over the United States. Mm-hmm. We were in a Midwest region. So it was like Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, Michigan. Yes. And we were just sort of, and then there was, we were all arms, and then there was a central place, like ours was Chicago.
Okay.
And then there was one in Springfield
and
stuff like that. So for Kewanee, the Ground Observer Corps was part of the Civil Defense Council.
Okay.
So this council was created in 1951. And, we've come out of World War II, and I'm not going to go into all the politics because I don't know it, but it was a big time for, a lot of people felt civic duty. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fair statement.
Yes. There was all those clubs that we keep talking about. And so it was just another way to be socially active.
Back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in January of 1951, the council put civil defense plan on paper and created Municipal Civil Defense Council. It was headed by the mayor. It was always headed by the mayor. It was currently Ed Peterson from Martin Engineering.
Okay.
And the vice chair was K.C. Redabaugh. Okay.
Redabaugh.
An insurance agent in the Fisher Building on 3rd Street.
Oh, okay.
So
and that address wouldn't exist anymore.
Nope.
That's part of the People's Lot, or
no, it's part of Goods parking lot.
Goods lot.
Yeah.
I knew what I meant.
Yeah. The Civil Defense Corps. The Civil Defense Corps will be officers and employees of the city, volunteers enrolled to aid during emergencies, and other city groups.
Okay.
And everyone had to take an oath, which is kind of...
So this wasn't necessarily them watching for planes. This was something different. Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This was basic. Well, it was to help. It wasn't exactly watching for planes, but it was basically tattling on your neighbors.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
you hear about,
I heard Lewis has a bomb under his bed.
or even so much as, I know, like, my church was all Germans. And so, until World War II, church was conducted in German. And, you know, and so there was, you know, the red commies are coming after us sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what the Civil Defense Corps Council was.
Okay.
And everyone had to take an oath that he is not an advocate or will become a member of any political party that advocates the overthrow of the government of the U.S. or of this state by force or violence. Which, you shouldn't do that anyway.
Right, that's reasonable.
Yeah. And so, then, it was the ordinance itself was published, and I have a picture here. This is the Civil Defense from Life magazine. I don't know who that lady is, but
I said she looked familiar.
yeah, I'm like, I don't, unless you know some random lady from 1951. So this was in the Life magazine in U.S. Defense Against Bombing. She was part of the Civil Defense.
That magazine cost 20 cents, I noticed on the cover.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Circulation over 5 million.
Wow.
So,
wow.
and then this was the actual ordinance. I'm not going to read it because it's a lot of legalese. But it explains exactly what the civil defense is going to do, and they said it was where was I?
I'm sure it'll be in our binder here at the museum
right,
that has
right.
all of our KewaneeMemoryLane materials.
Emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of public welfare.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, you know, looking back on it, I'm sure there was like mean things done, but I can see how people would think that it was needed. Later in February, the Star Courier article, there was a Star Courier article, how churches, clubs, scouts, and others will assist in civil defense. So, if you were a member of Rotary or Kiwanis or something like that, they would ask you to do things.
What if you don't want to?
Well, you probably didn't have to.
Sorry, I'm just asking.
Yeah, but depending on what your business is.
Okay. Like
Or
you come
what-
into church, hey, Bill, you're going to do this. What if Bill says, I don't want to? Sorry.
I have a feeling they wouldn't ask people that they felt wouldn't do it.
Okay, because it's like a voluntold thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were talking how churches all had kitchens, so they could feed, but it said feed evacuees.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah,
That
and
totally
homeless.
makes
And
sense.
they're talking about how pastors can motivate constituents to help, and then they have a powerful influence throughout communities in the dissemination of information, tending to lessen the dangers of panic and fear. You know, gossip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like a pre-Red Cross thing, or not. Well, Red Cross existed, but kind of like how Red Cross Salvation Army would help now.
Right. Yes.
No, that makes a lot more sense to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and civic and fraternal groups are given tasks suited to their professional or technical abilities. And the Boy and Girl Scouts, this I thought funny, will provide messenger service, assistance to ambulance, aid the Red Cross, and in the development of the Ground Observer Corps. So,
You're a scout leader.
yeah, I guess I know scouts in the 50s probably were more responsible. And you could give a Boy Scout a message and say, here, take this down to the Fisher Building and go talk to so-and-so and give them this message. And they would just go do it. I don't know if that would happen now.
Right.
Why? You know, you'd get a lot of why. I don't want to. It's hot. you know, that sort of thing. But, you know.
Or they're looking at their phone. They're trying to catch more Pokemon on their way. Then they get distracted.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, exactly.
no note comes back, so they don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This is all very interesting.
Yeah. And so at this time, so 1951, there were almost 200 aircraft ground observation posts in northern Illinois.
Wow.
And 150 more were to be established north of Springfield. I don't know why. I don't know why we needed so many.
Well, and
That's
I'm wondering, when was
350.
the Kewanee airport put in?
Airport?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I wonder, were they a part of this? Wow.
I don't know.
Huh.
That's something. I didn't even think of that.
Well, when you mention airports and the number of them, I'm like, that's a significant amount to me.
No, not airports.
Oh.
Observation places, like that little hut.
Oh, but I thought you said something about the airport.
Aircraft ground observation.
Sorry, guys.
posts.
Today is like, I'm not.
Okay. It's okay.
But that still is a good number.
Yeah, yeah. And there was a field test on 211 where spotters checked off 211 of 52. 1,500 planes, military and commercial and private. And this was all in that whole area, Iowa, Illinois. But that's a lot of planes.
Wow.
I mean, it was in one day, but it was in many states in this like section, you know. And the Chicago headquarters of the Defense Filter Center is in the Museum of Science and Industry.
Wow.
wonder
That'd be
if it's-
something to see.
I wonder if it's still there.
I don't know. That'd be cool. That would be
But
cool.
I did find this. I thought this was cool. This is what they would have to fill out for the Ground Observer Corps. It's a little chart that says flash message form number 6-3, and they would have to put the page number, observation post, code name, and stuff like that, and the date, and then number of aircraft, one, few, many, unknown. So this one says a few. Single motor, bimotor, you have to be able to tell with your binoculars how many motors, how low is it flying, was there a delay in reporting it? Each of these little huts had a phone, which is kind of, and the phone was provided by the Air Force. And let's see, and then direction of aircraft and which direction are they flying,
Wow.
and stuff like that. I just thought that was,
That is pretty cool.
yeah.
So if they were in that hut, do you know, did they like have a shift?
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. So Attorney Paul C. Cushman was the director of Kewanee Observer Corps, and on that same day, they spotted 16 planes.
Wow.
Yeah. But, I'm sure the Quad Cities and Peoria had airports. And,
Well, sure.
if somebody was crop dusting, you'd have to call them into, but it was February, so I doubt that was happening.
Crop dusting would not have happened in February. No.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
And in one of the articles I read, there was a weather balloon kind of thing that they were the air currents. And so, like, all the ground spotters, because that was exciting.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
they all watched this balloon go, ooh, call on Molly, there's a balloon.
So we just had one hut in Kewanee. That was
As far
it.
as I know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, so the Ground Observer Corps was made in 1951.
Okay.
And they were on standby watch until 1952. So they didn't have to, always be there. If they heard from another hut or from the filter center, then they would go, check the skies.
Oh, okay.
But there was a May 1952 article that says the Air Force was wanting to make the watch 24 hours a day. But it was delayed because it would impose a hardship on many of the areas who did not have enough volunteers. This was all volunteer.
Oh, okay.
So
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine standing there for 3 hours, 4 hours, just staring at the sky? I mean, wow.
Civic duty. So in July 1952, Operation Skywatch was initiated. It was a little card that explained what Operation Skywatch and to get more volunteers.
Where'd you find that? That's pretty neat.
The Google machine.
Google.
Yeah. And it was initiated and lasted till 1957. So that was 24 hours a day. So there were, let's see.
Wow.
So here is, I don't know what year this is, but here is the crew from Operation Skywatch.
Wow.
So,
That stairway looks familiar. I think some telephone operators. We have a different collection in the museum, not related, but I think they stood on stairs like that. Now this is. I'll have to find that and show you.
I think that was when they were uptown on 3rd and
maybe. Yeah.
But I know which one. I know what picture you're talking about.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So if you think about it, it was, this hut was this little hut up here. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how they got.
And
up
so
there.
some of those kids are the guys. They're sitting on top of this building here.
Right. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That is
that's a really
neat.
nice picture too.
Yeah.
So, nationwide in 1953, 750,000 volunteers working in shifts. There were 750,000 volunteers working in shifts at 16,000 posts and filter centers.
Wow.
The Kewanee Post with attorney Paul Cushman as supervisor was 24-hour status for the years 52 to 56 and had 30 observers, 6 of whom logged more than 1,250 hours each. Wow. And I think that they were, I think it was one person. Mm-hmm. So if you got a shift, say it's 5 hours, from like 10 to 3 a.m.
What if you had to go to the bathroom?
What if you fell asleep?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where you went to the bathroom. I don't want to know where you went to.
I don't either.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
No.
Me neither. And then in 1956, all the posts in the area reverted to ready reserve status. So I guess they felt
It was
either
overkill.
either this isn't helping. They couldn't get volunteers, or
Were you able to find any records? Probably not. But it'd be neat to see any of the records that were written out, or where would you get those to see? What did they see in Kewanee? Did we have this come over? Or
I wonder if, you'd probably have to contact the Air Force or something like that, because it was all through the Air Force.
Okay.
But,
interesting.
That could be.
Is that redacted now?
Just be black marked out, yeah.
Just hold it up to the light.
Yeah. So over the years, 200 men, only men, served at the post and compiled over 40,000 man hours. At the end, Paul Cushman served post supervisor. C.E. Foster was chief observer. He had Foster's wallpaper. And assistant chief observers were Walter Nobling and William Henry.
Okay.
And Kewanee Post was Alpha Mike 01 Black. So, where's that thing? Alpha Mike 01 Black. I'm just looking at this, the aircraft flash message form, and it says name, number, color. So, yeah, I just got that from the Google too.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. Kewanee was Alpha Mike 01 Black. Imagine picking the phone. Alpha Mike 01 Black.
Alpha Mike 01 Black.
I see a
spaceship. I see an alien.
Yeah. He's waving at me. What do I do?
Oh my God, where's my tinfoil hat? Sorry.
So Ground Observer Corps ended in 1958 because the Army and Air Force got their radar, their sonar. Is it sonar? I think. The boop, boop. Yeah.
Probably more effective than boop.
yeah. Then I was going boop. The volunteers around the nation were asked to continue civil defense in their cities.
Okay.
So we're asked now, by this time, the Civil Defense Corps, Civil Defense Council was done. And it had actually been done when the mayor left because the new mayor did not like, the new mayor and council did not like the people run. It was a political thing.
Really?
And I also found an article that said because they did not have a civil defense council, they lost out on federal grants to get new fire trucks and police cars.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because they didn't have a... Oops. Anyway.
I was going to ask you who's the mayor, but I'll look later.
Yeah, I don't know who the mayor was afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm kind of wondering if it was Emlenbeck Sr. Or was it Getzman? I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. It was... I mean, it's in that article.
I just wonder why they don't like it.
Yeah. So the volunteers ended up going on maneuvers, I don't know, and patrols around the city, you know.
So they did their own thing. They went rogue.
Well, you know, they were working with the police probably. But there was an article about 2 Boy Scouts, midnight, walking around the city, you know, but they found a fire in a dumpster.
There was a fire.
There was a fire. There's always a fire with us. They found a dumpster fire, and I forget where it was. But it just burned up a shed. So
Huh.
yeah.
Interesting.
But after
there was a dumpster fire and it burned up a shed.
The
shed wasn't in.
The dumpster was next to a shed.
I got it.
The
now.
shed caught on fire, but the building itself, and I forget. I was trying to think of where it was. I think it was over by Union Federal,
John,
where people are important.
Where people are important.
Before Union Federal, like after the church was gone, but before Union Federal was built there. Was there a building there after?
As far as I'm aware, from when they tore the church down until 1959, when they cleared the land to start the building, that is the original building on First and Tremont, there was nothing there. In '54.
Oh, well, maybe it was where the first. It was that street. I'll just say that. I don't know where it was. I don't know. Okay, but it wasn't obviously on the corner. But during the time, there were 5 Boy Scouts from Troop 106 because that's my son's troop. That was our troop. Okay. That's why this was important to me. Were presented wings after volunteering for over 25 hours for Skywatch.
Ooh.
And as you logged so many hours, you did get wings. And because my husband loves me, he found these on eBay and bought them for me. And I don't know if you can see how small that is.
Oh, wow.
But those
what
are
does
the
it
wings.
say on it?
It says, heck, I don't know. Ground Observer Corps. Observer. It says GOC, United States Air Force, and then underneath it says Observer.
Oh, that's
cool.
So,
you would
put on there.
Collar, maybe? I don't know. That's really tiny. But it's all metal. I mean, it's not like it's plastic, so that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
And yeah, so that was the end of Skywatch. It's just the people coming around and doing, citizens on patrol, basically. But I did not find out a lot of...
Sorry, I'm laughing at John.
I did not find a lot. I was hoping I'd put out some feelers for people that participated and nobody came forward. And so I would love to hear stories about Skywatch. If anybody, I know it was, it would be an older person now.
Yeah. If you know anybody,
or if you have stories from your folks or something like that, I would love to hear those stories. And so, comment below this video or email us. Links in the description. Or check us out on Facebook and message us there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I hope that everybody learned something about Skywatch today. But do you know, Marianne, how we know that the ground observers were very important?
I don't.
It's because they were in a movie and they helped save the world from a monster leaving a trail of carnage.
Wow.
The Ground Observer Corps was chased around this mantis
It's creepy.
from 1957, and and if you watch the trailer, it's some epic technology.
Okay.
So
Kind of like the birds.
yeah.
Like, "Arr."
Yes, there's a lot of women screaming,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I just thought that was hilarious.
That is funny.
That
Wow.
So I want to thank Dave Clark for writing some articles on the Ground Observer Corps. And anybody who wants to get in touch with us, please let us know, if you have any recollection of the Ground Observer Corps. So
Well, thanks for telling me. I feel like I've learned a lot today. I'd never heard of it. So.
Yeah, and so if you look, I think I have a picture. You can see, here's another picture of it from higher up. You can see the outline on this building of where the building was now. I mean, if you were to drive by the building now, I've
not noticed it. Maybe we can go and take a look.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
great.
time. Okay.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, we'll see you at the museum.
Thanks, bye.
See ya.
Thanks for cruising with us today. We hope you enjoyed the show and you'll join us for our next cruise down Kewanee Memory Lane.